Hello and welcome everyone, and I want to talk about the Notre Dame conspiracy and fire. This is not really conspiracy, it's more like my speculation of what actually happened and if the event is actually real. Anyways, if you did enjoy my channel, there's a few other conspiracy videos and of course proof of them as well shown on my channel, and of course other interesting stuff here as well. So if you did enjoy, please subscribe to this channel. It is free for you to join, and of course show your support by joining my channel. Now let's talk about this file. Why I think it was most possibly deliberately actually set, and there's a few pieces of evidence I want to talk about. First of all, have been the yellow vest protesting going on for quite some time, and if you're not familiar with French, this has been going almost every single week, and they are kind of trying to topple the government, or maybe just trying to make a big change, and they're not happy with what is going on here. Also because the unemployment level is pretty high over there, and the country as a whole is probably not doing as well as it should. So that's one of the reasons why there is a lot of tension going on right now in that country. Now, why was this set on fire on purpose? Let's go and let's examine a few chain of events here. First of all, there has been a lot of church fires in France this specific year. And this has not been really covered in the news, but if you go on Google, you can look it up. This has been happening all over the country. Next thing is the specific time period of when this actually happened, which was April, so close to Easter holiday, almost days within it. Very suspicious, just the timing and the event of this happening. Next thing is when they actually went about and said right away that this was not a terrorist incident. It was more of accidental due to construction. Yes, there was construction going on, but one thing to be clear, the whole place was actually evacuated. There was no construction for over an hour, and the fire was set 1 hour after everybody left, which makes me think, like, who set the fire? I don't think anybody in the construction crew actually did it. Those people are doing it for a living. They will never actually go ahead and do this. But this was a very good time for somebody to go ahead and sneak into this building and do it when there was no one around. So somebody could have just went in there exactly at this time and set it on fire, which is very easy to do. The whole structure is up over there. The whole roof is made out of wood. It doesn't take much to lit this thing on fire. The next piece of evidence, also crucially important, is where the fire was actually set. It was right in the middle, where the whole roof is on. So instead of setting it on anywhere else, it was set right in the middle, which makes me think it was set on purpose. If it was set just in a random location, it's one thing. It was set in the middle to do the maximum amount of damage, because if it is right in the middle, it's going to burn all 4 ways, and the whole thing is going to burn to the ground. Well, it can't really burn to the ground because the stone keeps it in place, but the whole top was made out of wood. So those are the critical and the main things about what I think is setting this to be something like this. Also, right now they're interviewing in a criminal probe everyone who is and has been doing the construction for this specific cathedral. So they are checking just to make sure that there was nobody did this on purpose. Now you have to understand, when somebody building something like this complicated, accidents do happen. But it's hard for me to see how something this old and ancient, an accident such as this, is just going to happen. Was it a faulty electrical switch? Was it, I can't even think, why in the world would somebody accidentally set this thing on fire? The only thing that makes sense here is if there was an electrical fault, something actually like that happened, but it's hard to figure out, right? Like somebody just left something over there that eventually caught on fire. Yes, those things can happen, but how likely is it to happen in something this important to the whole country? It's more like whoever is working on it, they definitely are going to make their best amount of work. They don't want to go ahead and accidentally destroy the whole job that they are doing by just super negligent, such something like this. So this is why I think this is more than likely was somebody doing it on purpose. It probably was not the construction crew. More than likely somebody just sneaked in there and kind of did it because this was the right time to do something like this. I can't understand why anybody would do something like this. It was just totally like out of it. I mean, why would somebody just set on fire something so old and historical? As a history student, this totally shocks me in every sense of the way. Another thing about this you have to understand is that there was no claim of responsibility, which makes me think that it wasn't that somebody went in and did it on behalf of another organization. It is more than likely it was just one individual who went in and did something like this. That's what I'm thinking about. It is less likely that a specific group decided, yeah, let's go ahead and set this thing on fire, because nobody in the right mind is going to go ahead and take responsibility for doing something so outrageous such as like this. It is more likely one individual who decided to just do something like this because there was the protest movement going on every single week, and I'm sure it heats up the whole environment. So this is my theory about this. I could be totally incorrect, and if you have any other evidence to prove or disprove this, you can post it right down below. There was one more thing, one more piece of evidence that I did see. Somebody put a tweet out right when this started that this actually was set deliberately on fire, and you can Google about it as well. But then the guy just went ahead and took out the tweet because it wasn't confirmed or something like it. Not sure about why they took out the tweet exactly, but this was another piece of evidence right there for you to check it out. So we have a few mounting pieces of evidence why this was deliberately set on fire, whereas there is not enough indication why this was a construction incident. So this is my take on this, and I want to hear your take. Please post comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this to be educational or maybe helpful for you. And of course, check out my other videos as well and sub to my channel. See you on the inside.